Hey everyone, Chris here, and welcome to The Deep Dive.
And I'm Cassie, really looking forward to getting into today's topic with you all.
Today we're tackling something pretty significant. Retirement. Thinking about it, planning for it.
We've been looking at this really useful YouTube video. It's from Azul, who's a retirement advisor.
Right, it's called Retirement Pro, Don't Retire Until Hitting 5 Milestones.
And our plan for this deep dive is basically to pull out the key takeaways from that video.
Yeah, give you some solid things to consider as you get closer to that big life change.
We want to help frame retirement as, well, something exciting you're prepared for, not just this big unknown.
Exactly, not overwhelming. So let's dive in. First milestone, having a life plan.
Okay, so what's interesting here, I think, is that Azul starts before the money stuff. He focuses on how you're actually going to spend your time.
Which sounds obvious, but maybe isn't.
Well, think about it. Suddenly you've got maybe like 16 hours of free time a day. That's way more than the couple of hours you might have after work now.
Whoa, yeah. That's a huge amount of unstructured time.
It really is. And if you haven't thought about how to fill it, it could feel, well, a bit empty, aimless maybe.
Right. So it's not just about not working. It's about what you're doing. This is where he brings in that life buckets idea, isn't it, from the book Die with Zero.
Exactly. The life buckets concept. It's pretty smart, actually.
How does it work?
It basically encourages you to think about experiences, but like tied to different life stages, things you might want to do or realistically can do in your 50s versus your 70s, for example.
Okay, so it's more specific than just a random list.
Yeah, much more targeted. Azul even gives his own example.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to climb a volcano in Guatemala around age 60.
Oh, okay. Ambitious.
Right. But his point was that's physically demanding. Waiting until he was, say, 75 might make it much harder or impossible.
So he put it in his early 60s life bucket. Makes sense. Plan for the physical stuff while you can definitely still do it.
Precisely. It pushes you to think proactively. What do you really want to experience? And when's the best window for it?
So this really gets you thinking, doesn't it? Have you listening thought about your life buckets? What does that ideal retirement day actually look like beyond just, kicking back?
What activities, what experiences are really calling to you? It's a great starting point.
Okay, let's move to the second milestone. This one hit home for me. Defining your identity outside of work.
Ah, yes. This is a big one. For so many people, what they do for a living becomes, well, who they are.
Totally. Azul mentions it's maybe particularly common for men who've been in your rear for decades, but...
Honestly, it affects everyone, for sure. Losing that work identity, that structure, that title, can be a real challenge when you retire.
Yeah, after years of saying, I'm a whatever, suddenly that answer's gone. It can feel like a void.
And Azul has a practical suggestion here. Using your vacation time sort of like a test drive.
A test drive for retirement. How so?
Well, instead of just recovering from work, use that time off to actively try out things you might do in retirement. Reconnect with old hobbies, explore new interests.
That's actually a great idea, like dipping your toe in the water. See what feels right without the full commitment yet.
Exactly. Low-pressure experimentation. And it's encouraging. He shares stories about people finding new passions after retiring.
And they say they wish they'd done it sooner, right? I like that phrase he used, the youth of your senior years.
Yeah, it's a really positive way to look at it. There's also a book recommendation in there, From Strength to Strength by Arthur Brooks.
Oh, what's that about?
It explores how our purpose and sense of self can shift and evolve as we age, moving from one kind of strength to another.
Interesting. So the big takeaway here is know yourself beyond your job description.
Pretty much. Retirement's a chance to cultivate other parts of who you are. Find meaning that isn't just tied to your profession, what really engages you.
Right. Okay. Milestone 3. This one's maybe less glamorous, but super important. Assess your health candidly.
Oh, absolutely crucial. Azul really hammers this home. Your health is basically the currency you use to enjoy retirement.
Yeah. You can have all the time and money in the world, but if you don't feel well.
Exactly. And he points out that those early senior years, like late 50s through the 60s, are really pivotal for prioritizing health, for staying active longer.
He used that analogy, the frog in boiling water.
Yes. To describe how chronic work stress, even from a job you like, can slowly creep up and affect your health over time.
You don't notice the water getting hotter until it's too late.
Right. We just adapt, think it's normal. But the body keeps score. He even mentioned his own blood pressure going up as a sort of warning sign from work stress.
Wow. That really makes you pause and think, doesn't it? What impact is my current work really having, even if I don't feel stressed day to day?
It's a call for some honest self-assessment. Are there subtle signs maybe you're ignoring? It's a key question for you to consider.
Okay, number 4. This shifts gears a bit. Nurturing and strengthening relationships.
This is so important for happiness in retirement. Azul notes that unhappy retirees often struggle with isolation.
Makes sense. Work provides built-in social connection for many people.
It does. So you need to be more intentional about it in retirement. And he encourages being proactive, like reaching out to old friends.
Even if it's been years and feels maybe a little awkward.
Yeah, he really pushes past that awkwardness. His experience and what he's seen is that people are almost always delighted to hear from old friends.
That's nice to hear. I guess we often assume people are too busy or won't remember us fondly.
But often that connection is still there. He talks about the value of both reaching out and being reached out to. It reinforces those long-term bonds.
He ties it into the idea of love, right? Spending time with partners, family, friends, people who bring out the best in you.
Exactly. Love as a core way to spend your retirement time. And there's something special about people who've known you for ages, seen you through different life stages.
Yeah, that shared history. Gives you a sense of belonging, I suppose.
It's a very valuable perspective. There's sources of support and joy you really can't replace. It's about connection.
Okay, brings us to the final one. Milestone 5. Have a solid financial plan. The one everyone thinks of first, probably.
And rightly so. While Azul started elsewhere, he definitely emphasizes this is non-negotiable. You need that comprehensive plan.
It's about confidence, isn't it? Knowing you're financially secure before you stop working.
Absolutely. Certainty.
Yeah.
And he stresses going beyond just like a general savings number. You need a detailed personal plan.
So how do you get that?
Well, he recommends either working with a fiduciary financial advisor.
Okay, remind us what fiduciary means.
It means they're legally required to act in your best financial interest, not just sell you products.
Got it. Important distinction.
Very. Or he suggests using specialized financial planning software. He mentions Balin as one example, and yes, he includes an affiliate disclosure, but just so you know, we aren't sponsored or anything.
Right, good to clarify. He warns against just using spreadsheets, though.
Yeah, that was an important point. Spreadsheets are okay for tracking, but they can miss things. Complexities, different scenarios, tax implications. Dedicated software or an advisor covers more ground.
So the goal is peace of mind. Knowing the numbers work allows you to actually relax and enjoy the other parts.
That's the core of it. Having that robust plan frees you up mentally. And he finishes this point with a nice reminder, too.
What's that?
To enjoy the journey towards retirement as well. Don't just focus on the destination.
Good advice. Planning for retirement isn't just ticking boxes. It's about making deliberate choices all along the way for, well, security and fulfillment.
Exactly. Both sides of the coin.
Thanks for diving deep with us. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for more real talk on hot, viral topics. Tell us what topic you want us to deep dive on in the comment section.
Bye, everyone, and see you again in our next podcast.